Hey. Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are in a new part of the season, a new era, a new something, a new race, not a new racetrack. We've been here before. We are at Boystown, Illinois. It is RuPaul's drag strip tonight for some late night diddling. That sounds terrible, but it is what we are doing here. The playoffs are upon us here in Illinois tonight. I feel God in this Chili's, and I feel chilly in this Illinois commentary booth. My name is Chip Chapman. I'm joined, as always, here in the Diddler Cup Racing Series by my two cohorts, my two co-commentators. To my right is Lightning Lord Shivers.
Feeling chilly in the broadcast booth, but I got me a big bowl of chili here tonight because it's time for a brand new era in the Diddler Cup Race Series.
It is the playoffs. Absolutely. On my left is a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. It is Beaumont Jenkins.
I mean, the entrance is certainly for certain. I got to tell you what, I was falling in my chair, man. I mean, that rain delay we had here, they had to tuck in the entire racetrack, and then they just had to whip it out here in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right there.
We were untucked, and we were tucked back in here in this racetrack. We got ourselves a goddamn auto race. We have been delayed. We thank y'all for sticking with us here on these delays. We're going to get right to it. The cars, we're going to try to see if we can get this weather kind of keeping good overhead. We're good here. We are here at RuPaul's drag strip. We are going 67 laps. That is 201 miles on a 3-mile oval. It is a thin track. There are tight turns. We're going to get into that in a second. Pit window, we're looking at about 24 to 27 laps. Cautions are on, and we don't have a lot of space to race on, so these 32 cars are going to get really, really cozy. That race info, of course, is brought to you by Gumboos, the only chewing gum. A stick of chewing gum has a full day of drinking compacted into it. I don't know how they do it. It's all by concentrate, I guess. They kind of just take all the alcohol that you drink on a full-on day of drinking, and they put it into one little stick of chewing gum, and you just pop it in your mouth, and you're drunk as shit, and you can maybe blow bubbles, and then maybe you can ask who Bubbles is. So that is Gumboos, tasty alcoholism. Now, our keys to the race are brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com, the only condom warehouse where you can get them in bulk, and they might work. I mean, look, you just play the numbers game. You get a bunch of them, one of them's bound to work, right? That's how it works, I think. I don't know.
A batch of brand new engines that just got back from the shop, and they were all lifted out of the junkyard after hours. And we got tight turns here on this racetrack. You got to manage your speed. Is lifting still for quitters? I'm inclined to think so. I don't know about you, but I think it is. And, of course, you need to lip cinch for your life.
Yep, that's about right. Lifting always for quitters. I think lifting is always for quitters here. That is brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com. DiscountCondoms.com, they're like engines for your dick. We got ourselves a pole sitter. Speaking of that, brought to you by Dongerex Injectapen, the only erectile dysfunction, the only ED cure.
He's been groomed, and he is sitting and spinning.
He is sitting and spinning. He is doing himself a meat spin on the front row. The number 55 Spubby car. I guess you can get the double meat on the Spubby, on your Spubs. And that is brought to you by Dongerex Injectapen, the only ED tool that you straight up inject into your penis. It is, you just take yourself and stab yourself in the dick, and you get a good 15 minutes worth of loving after the bleeding kind of stops and everything like that. That is Bucket Doo shining that 55 Spubby car. His first pole of the season is actually his third career pole, and is in his second season. He had 2 poles in the prior season back in 2018, but he is sitting front row. We have got ourselves a lot to get into. We're kind of speeding through it at the moment. We got this delay. We got the weather overhead. We're just hoping it stays just fine. We don't want rain in the last 5 laps and everything stupid happens. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at what happened in our last race. It was the Akron Accident Prevention 500. This is our last points race. Of course, we got up close and personal in Sturgis, and we see all sorts of accidents happening in the Akron Accident Prevention. Bucket Dushan did get the win, so he went right from the finishing line, the start finish line from winners, the victory lane, right to this. And I guess we kind of had some of this happen. Yeah, we had ourselves a Gumboos Pointless Extravaganza. We had a lot of dumb stuff happen. That was a while ago, I guess.
Yeah.
It's
amazing. It's amazing. All the hospitals were backed up, and not only that, but they were inconveniently far away from the speedway. And it didn't even dawn to me.
All those medical people there working at inconveniently far from a speedway in downtown Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Gotta love the thank you, people. I almost had a heart attack. I thought I had a heart attack. Turns out it was acid ingestion. I had to live in the emergency room for 5 days.
That's a lot. That's a lot of living. Well, we are looking at the standings right now after 15 races. Those top 16, they are your playoff drivers. As you can see, the points kind of change after we get to 17. There is, of course, a battle for 17th, and there will be a battle for 12th, or a battle for 13th, and for 5th, and all things like that as drivers get eliminated from playoff contention. But those top 16 drivers are in the playoff picture at the moment. And we got the first of 3 first-round races that will get us to, from 16 down to 12. We got ourselves a goddamn auto race. We're looking at Bucket Dushan. He is on the front row. We are going to go ahead and get to our official race prayer. It's going to be, we got ourselves a choir. We got the Pray and Slay Singers of Our Lady of Michelle Visage here at the Covergirl 500 RuPaul's Drag Strip. Going to go ahead and go to them for our official race prayer.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mama's about to bring it home. Here we go. Eyelashes on, high heels too. Can't move too fast 'cause all my weight is in my boots. When I wake up, I drink my juice, get on my knees and have a kiki with Jesus. I say thank you, Lord, for these hand-me-downs, for these lady curves on the path I found. 'Cause my light ain't hiding behind a bush no more. The only bush on me, well, I shaved it off this morning. Come on now, pray and slay. Ain't no way to pray the gay away. Come on now, pray and slay.
I've got a lot of questions about myself now.
Come on now, pray and slay, 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 slay. Pray and slay. So when you're feeling down in the morning, I tell you what you're supposed to do. It's time to pray and slay. 'Cause there ain't no way to pray the gay away. It's time to pray and slay. 'Cause there ain't no way to pray the gay
Well, I think we now just confused a whole lot of our race fans, but I don't care. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. And,
man.
we are going to go ahead.
There's a lot of denominations we're experiencing this season there, and they're all just equally confusing the hell out of me.
I mean, that's fair. That's entirely fair. But, we want to make sure we get them all covered. We're going to head to our official race command and the honorary starter. Who else would it be? The Grand Marshal of, and the track owner of RuPaul's Drag Strip, drag personality, track owner, and sassy bitch herself, RuPaul. Well, go ahead and give it, Mama Ru.
The time has come to lip sync for your life. Good luck and don't it up.
Well, all right, I think that's good enough. Yeah, good luck and don't fuck it up. I think that's about right. We're gonna go ahead and get to our starting grid. I think we're ready for ourselves goddamn auto race. Y'all ready for this one? Starting on row 1, it is of course Bucket, Dushan, and Paul Alcohol on the outside pole, driving that.
Stop people!
Or a pair of Fords on the front row. On row 2, it is Bobrovsky in that gray bits #1 Dodge, alongside Smiley Van Vuren in the KFC I Ate the Bones Ford.
You're out the force, chicken!
On row 3, it is Morris Mayfield in that '69 car.
Nice!
And Gumboos number 9, driven by Bowie Jessup for DWI. Dixie Wimmer
Let's
in that
go!
Chevy. On row 4, it is Jeff Tanaka in the Toyota Yaris, sponsored by Jeff Y.E. And our defending series champion, Joe John Winchester, in that number 47, Just Guns Ford.
Records, tapes, and clips.
On row 5, it is Big Daddy Thibodeau in that Tucson number 60 car. And Richard Blood driving the Box of Wine car, number 51, that Chevy. That has got the rosé color scheme today.
Champagne Supernova!
And on row 6, it is Jean-Paul Henry, our 2017 champion. And that Luxury Beer Robs number 40 car. And Kevin Boner Pillman driving the Dongle Rex Injector Pen 15 car.
A Thursday night at Lady Bunny's house.
On row 7 is Jeff Gordon, the horse, driving the number 8 Gunk car. And Ennio Sperini driving that number 28 Wall-to-Wall Salve car.
Wall Gunk!
On row 8, it is Giacomo in that number 4 Kiss War Machine. And Paul Walker in the 00 Nihilist Arby's Ford for Swab and Mortports.
Hey, people, I heard you like curly fries.
On row 9, it is Jim Blossoms in that number 41 Plasma Train Ford. And Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver driving the number 10 Toyota Yaris.
Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Blood Train!
On row 10 is Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear in that number 2 Russian Bears to You car with a little bit of, looks like it's got some Russian pop-up ads. And Blario Brandretti driving the Viagra car.
Congratulations, you've won.
And on row 11, it is Reverend Pastor Chavez in the number 33 Aptomouth car, the Toyota Yaris. And Thicker Richard Ketchup driving the Globs of Cheese 82 car.
You never go ass to cheese!
And on row 12, it is Jeff Shanice in that number 38 Toyota Yaris. And Hans Vasspulver in the Slap Mart 99 car.
Now available in the frozen food section.
A pair of Pontiacs on row 13. It is Ricky Walton and El Matador Toto Rosanna, teammates on the HTE Bassmet car, Temecula Dirt, and the Chicago Transit Authority, the sponsors there.
Bring back the Aztec!
On the row 14, it is Steve Thompson, sponsored by WeBuyTusks.gov and Petrol Top Off in the number 90 car.
Shady shit.
On row 15, it is Wooba Bala, sponsored by Hugger Melons today in that Pontiac Bonneville, and Fat Darrell in the Hat Meat Pontiac.
Melon Mate!
And on row 16 in the back of the pack, it is Triple X Macklin in that Florida Georgia Lime number 13 car, and Doug Pork in the 83 car, sponsored by Ham Fist.
The South Tucson After Party.
Well, hell, I think we got ourselves a goddamn auto race now.
That's right, let's do this!
don't
It's
even
the
know what
first
it
ever Diddler Cup Racing Series playoffs! Did we ever swear that we would never sully ourselves with gimmicks like this? I think
we did a playoffs back in 2018, but I mean, hey, nobody knows that. I don't know.
Man,
I thought I wasn't even going to survive when I was down that giant rabbit hole, looking like Alice in Wonderland. Johnny Depp was talking to me in dreams.
That's fair enough. I mean,
I
you know, you
I was
don't.
going to get past the Zaxby's combination Zaxby's and Kratom store.
Man, the Zax Crate, the Cray Zaxby's. I don't know. I'd say that's some crazy. I'm trying to make like a word about it. I don't even know what's happened at this point. But we're seeing Lee Corso in the pace car, of course, taking these guys around. It's a 3-mile super speedway. There are long stretches, straightaways, the turns. As you can see, when we get a nice establishing shot, you can see this is a very thin. We're talking very close to like a paperclip sort of thing. I don't want to infringe on no other tracks. A
popular classical number they play around these tracks is the Willem Tell Overture.
Yeah, and will they tell?
I don't know. No conjugal visits, I know that.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Well, they won't. Sounds like they won't. Sounds like they won't. Well, we got ourselves a goddamn auto race ready to go here. We are looking at a very much a paperclip shaped track. It's very tight turns. Lord, you've been racing on the short tracks. This is a bit longer than what your specialty is. This is 3 miles total, but most of it is straightaways. How tough are these? Look at how banked those turns are. What's going to be? There's not a lot of space to move and pass when you're on those turns and on those straightaways. Where is the opportunity going to be for some guys in the back of the pack?
It's gonna be right fucking now. It's
Well, it
gonna be
sure
right
is.
this second when they drop the green flag. God damn it!
Which the pace car is off. Lee Corso has gotten the hell out of here. And it looks like you're trying to start a goddamn auto race. You need help? No, we don't. Let's go.
We don't need no help to start a goddamn auto race. Robski goes and makes a motor already.
And Bucket Dushine just shot up the track and got in front of his the outside front row of Paul Alcohol but Bobrowski.
Look at Morris Mayfield down to the inside line.
Yeah, Morris Mayfield all by his lonesome in that 69 car. You can't.
Nice.
The 69 don't work when it's all by yourself.
Fuck y'all, it's chopping and changing all over the place. What they're trying to do is generate that vortex that I heard about. They're trying to keep the rain away by driving so fast and creating so much heat
That's fair.
and speed that it just disrupts all the weather patterns that we've been having lately.
Well, you know, I appreciate everybody who's doing that to try to keep this rain away. We got ourselves a goddamn auto race. We are already on lap number 2, and Bobrowski has already just shot out to a lead. Bucket Dushine, Jeff Tanaka has shot up into 3rd place. And look at these intervals already. The fast cars are very fast, and they are showing themselves immediately in this race. Morris Mayfield looking pretty good in that 69 car. Just maybe got a bad start on that. Yeah, maybe got a bad start. He kind of found himself in the middle of the two big grooves, but everyone's finding that high line is the groove to go with. We're keeping an eye on Morris Mayfield in that 69 car, who's down in 8th place.
Nice.
And he's got Ineos 3 around.
If we've learned anything from mini challenges, you don't forget your lines.
No, you cannot. Absolutely not. Looking at Paul Alcohol, who shot back down the track. He started on the front row, is now in 18th place. I don't know what happened to that 35 car, but whatever it wasn't nothing good.
The car must have just been belching something up real bad.
Yeah, I've been there.
Like when you eat something delicious and you just start belching up real bad, and it gets up all in your protective face mask and all that, and it just smells bad.
Ow!
Oh, we got a caution. Caution is out. Not sure what's going on. We got a lot of smoke. Bad camera angles. We got a lot of smoke. We're going to try to get ourselves. Caution's out. Oh, God. Oh, there's a lot of cars involved in this one. I had no clue what's happening. Woo! Oh, look at that. Oh, Ricky Walton. That's Triple X Macklin. That's Joe John Winchester involved in that. That's Giacomo. That looks like a pretty decently sized one. That might be the sizable one.
What's the T?
We're going to find out what the T is here. I'm trying to get some read on this. I don't know what is...
Is that Slight T?
It better be.
That's right. Give Slight T.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know, right?
My
But
God.
that is Doug Pork just speeding around the place. I ain't got a clue. And Joe John Winchester is getting
trying
closer.
to the pace car. Joe John Winchester pissed off at Lee Corso for some reason. He just sideswiped him going 55 miles a damn hour.
I ain't got a clue, but look at that Ricky Walton. That may be a bad time for him. Look at that. That hood is all sorts of clumping up. I'm getting word we got a lot of cars that were involved in that wreck. We're gonna try to get ourselves we're under caution right now. We're getting a replay up in a bit. You know, you're gonna hear the harmonica that at some point as we got some cars. Jeff Gordon the horse. I'm getting word that Jeff Gordon the horse might have been one of the main cars involved in that. I'm getting names kind of thrown out here. Blandretti, Pat Darrell, Steve Thompson, Jeff Shanice. We saw the 32 car. Winchester we saw Giacomo. We're seeing some. Yeah, it's not looking good for El Matador Toto Rosanna. He might be done for the day as well, unless they can get that fixed. But this is interesting. Yeah, we're seeing a couple of cars already out. Looks like Giacomo and Joe John Winchester are out. And those are playoff contenders. Ricky Walton's out. We got a couple of cars on pit lane right now. Jessup, Alcohol, and Jeff Gordon, the horse, not out yet. Good point. That was being pointed out to me that there was a fuel lick A fuel leak for Joe John a fuel leak for Joe John Winchester. Nobody licking fuel here, but we're seeing there's a lot of cars. Looks like Wubabale on pit road. Looks like his car looks all right, but
Wubabale, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't look too good for him. Well, he looks like he's all right. He's back on the track. We're gonna get some. Let's see. We get some replays here. Get a better idea what's going on here. Looks like the horse and Winchester. Yeah, Winchester just tried to take out the horse there, and the spin. Oh my God!
Jesus! Damn!
Oh, he got airborne for a second. Holy shit!
That is a horse being spun around and agitated like my damn gym shorts after a night with Darlene on a Saturday or Tuesday.
I've seen horses run around, but never in like circles like that. Holy shit!
Joe John Winchester entered this playoffs as the top seed, and in less than 5 laps, his race is over.
Yeah,
damn.
The door. Slams open the barn door.
Just a reminder to anybody who may not be awares of this. So the 16 cars have qualified for the playoffs. Obviously, everybody is racing right now. 3 races will take place. This is the first of 3 races that will take place in that first round. Then we're going to cut the field down to 12. Then it's 3 more races down to 8, 3 more races down to 4, and then 1 final race over in Santa Monica, California to get us to our final champion of the 2019/2021 season. But so guys like Winchester, Giacomo, and Jeff Gordon, the horse, and Petrol Topoff are not completely eliminated from the playoffs just yet, but this is going to be a hard hole to dig out of.
That's a huge hole to dig out of. You're at the point where after this, you just got to pack it up. Think about whenever the next race is going to be. I hear it's going to be in a couple of days.
Yep.
And then just go back out there and try and win the next races. That's about the only way you can guarantee yourself a spot.
Pretty much.
The anxiety is through the roof right now for a lot of these drivers. They are sharing pins and needles.
They just got to start drinking more. Is what I say.
That's not a bad idea. That ain't a bad idea.
Even the girl that won the Vanderbilt beauty pageant is here, and they just keep saying, "Miss Vandy, Miss Vandy."
Yeah, that's amazing. Well,
she's got more yards than the football team there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She do. Well, she ain't.
She was a nose tackle for one season.
Well, she sure does knows how to tackle. That's fair enough. Well, it looks like we're getting, a couple words in. It looks like Ricky Walton's out. Looks like getting where Doug Pork, as you can see.
Tool bench.
Yep, that's the thing. Yeah, it looks like there's a fuel leak for Winchester. Well, we're going to see what's happening here, but we're looking at Jeff Tanaka. We're looking at our top 10 right now, but we're only 7 laps in on this 67-lap race. And we're seeing our top 10 right now. Richard Blood, that's another playoff contender. Doug Pork looks like his race is over. Thicker Richard Ketchup and Fat Darrell still on the racetrack. Their cars are back up there. It's like we got 23 cars still up there. We're just going to go ahead and just roll through the cars that are out of this race. Doug Pork, Petrol Topoff, Triple X Macklin, Giacomo, Joe John Winchester, Jeff Gordon the horse, Paul Alcohol out of this race. He was in the front row. Bowie Jessup and Ricky Walton. God, you hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see vehicular carnage, but you hate to see it from the perspective of these drivers that had a harder job to do. Which I just say, hey, just go out there, wreck as many cars as you can in front of you, and go win the next one. That's always my strategy.
Maybe it's for Winchester. Maybe he just wanted to use this one just as dope, or just to kind of fire a warning shot at the horse. And maybe. I mean, win the next ones.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon the horse came in 14th in the playoffs to start things out. Joe John Winchester, like you said, the number 1 seed, he was top of the standings. We're going to see a different leader after today.
If a horse could argue, that horse would be out there and they'd be tussling right now.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of
I want to see Joe John Winchester and the horse fighting. And then I want to see Lee Corso. And then I want to see Lee Corso get swallowed up in it like one of those cartoon fighting clouds.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's just like a whole cloud of tussling and fighting and math.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the sound they make, the math. We're looking at other drivers that are involved in that were involved in that wreck whose race are done, who are playoff contenders. Giacomo was 15th. Jeff Gordon, the horse, was 14th coming into this. Jeff Shanice, I believe he's still in it. Okay, he's still in the race. Let's see. I'm looking through here. Petrol Topoff came in 8th place, and Paul Alcohol was in 6th, and Joe John Winchester was in 1st. So that is 5 of our 16 playoff drivers whose race is done after the first race of this 10-race playoffs. Got the lights on the pace car are out, boys. We're going green flag racing on lap number 9. Coming back around here, and Bucket Dewshine is going to take these cars to the green flag with Big Daddy Thibodeau right behind him. I know that's one of your favorites, Lloyd.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair.
But I believe we do have some bills to pay.
We got a couple beans here.
We do. Of course, we are about to have our restart of the race, our first restart of the race. And if you need to have a restart of your day, maybe you just, I don't know. Let's put it this way. Let's say you shit yourself. All right, it happens. It happens to all of us. And you want to reach for the only thing that can help you out in that case.
There's only one diaper that'll do it for you.
Yep, there ain't only one diaper that'll do it for you. That is Reshark Adult Diapers, the official adult diaper of the Diddler Cup Racing Series. It's a Reshark restart. You always want to be number 1 as long as you're not ending up in number 2. We are going green flag racing here in Boystown, Illinois. 9 laps. And Bucket Dewshine brings these cars to the green flag. And look at Bobrovsky already from 3rd place. Just shot down and sped past Big Daddy Thibodeau. Goodness me.
These drivers go damn fast.
They are loose. They are loose as hell, too. You can see how much they're slinging around the track.
I got to tell you, them curves or something. I mean, that is like the cream of the crop on those turns. That is the bend de la creme.
Yeah, it really is. They gotta get. That's the thing. The tires just don't have a lot of grip on this track. It seems they need to find something that just kind of grab onto that track. It's very interesting to see what they can snatch down. They need to play a really good snatch game in the pits and figure out what tires are going to give you that grip and snatch onto that track.
That's right. We've been hearing a lot about snatching.
Yeah,
a whole lot that going into this race, and I for one eager to see some of these drivers snatch an opportunity the way Buck Dewshine early in this race.
Yeah.
He got an opportunity to just snatch everybody's wig and punch his ticket around 12.
Yeah, he might have done that if he can get a win today. He might have just done that right now, and he's got the biggest bit of momentum. He had the win. He won the last points race that we had back in at the Akron Accidents Prevention 500 back in Sturgis. He's the pole sitter today. He had a really good showing in the All-Star race as well. So he might be the hottest driver at the moment. That number 55's card sponsored by Spubby today, part of Spubby Mortports. Usually you see it's got the Taco Baco sponsorship. It switches up today. It's a Spubby car. But hey, and of course,
I do like their tuna flavored water on Italian colored bread.
Yeah, that's fair. The Italian color. Oh, it's always about the Italian colored bread. That's the way to go with it. And we're seeing that is Steve Thompson right behind Fat Darrell. Fat Darrell in the 8-1 car, sponsored by Hat Meat today. It's just Hat Meat. It's all Hat Meat.
Hat Meat.
Hat Meat. And now we're singing in Blario Blandretti, who seemed like I thought he was caught up in that wreck, but he's doing all right in 13th. Must have avoided it. Expert driving from Blario Blandretti.
That's right. We know that.
Kevin Boner Pillman is out of the pits.
We got Kevin Boner Pillman. That's another damn playoff contender.
Yeah, that looks
bad off the pace.
That looks bad for Kevin. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that might have just been a non-contact thing, or maybe that was just something from the. Maybe that was just something from the previous race. I didn't see there's no caution. We're still good. We're still driving under green flag conditions. 12 laps in. That is Smiley Van Buren, another one of the Spub and Mortport cars alongside Paul Walker.
Contender.
Yeah, they're all. And all three of the Spubbitt cars are in the playoffs. The 00, a Paul Walker, the 11, a Smiley Van Buren, and of course our race leader, Bucky Dushine. And they're all running the top 10 right now. These are good cars from a good racing team. They are really figuring things out here. I think Paul Walker's the only one of the three. Yeah, they do lack the it. They certainly do. Ain't no Hergus Burgus here. They lack the it, and they lack how their cars are running. But Jeff Tanaka is right up on the bumper. Jeff Tanaka, another driver who has had a great season so far.
He's going to stand it down.
He's going to make his. And that inside is clearly a place for passing only. The high line seems to be the place to choose. But we are seeing a new race leader coming around. If he can hold on to it, that is a bad camera angle, and we got all the pit stalls in the way. But coming around, we got a new race leader. It looks like it's going to be Jeff Tanaka here, 13 laps in. But he gives it up right away. He gets his 5 points and maybe sits back again. And look who he's giving it away to. It's not just Dushine. It's Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky back on the case, playing the role of spoiler here in this, because we got in this top 4, we have 3 cars that are involved in the playoffs, but Bobrovsky is just out here trying to ruin everybody's day. And I love that energy from Bobrovsky.
You know, I
can't
argue. And here's the thing, Bobrovsky, 5 top 10 finishes this season. That's a good car that just kind of came on late onto the scene here. He's got a teammate in the playoffs in Petrol Topov whose race is over. His other teammate's a bear. But Bobrovsky is kind of a quiet... He's the one that we don't really talk about so much on the team, even though we're talking about him right now. Bobrovsky has had a really good, strong end of the regular season, I guess. He's been putting up good finishes. Again, 5 top 10s and 1 pole this season for that number 1 car. And we're seeing that is the Nallist Arby's car, driven by Paul Walker. He is sitting in 10th place right now. He's the only one of the Spubbitt cars that doesn't have a win this season, but he did enough to make the playoffs. Paul Walker, get his stats up there. He's got 3 pole awards this season, 6 top 10 finishes, no wins, but he's actually got I don't believe he's actually got a career win. He is now that Richard Blood has gotten his win, Paul Walker is basically has the dubious honor of being the driver with the longest winless streak.
Well, sometimes it's just not enough to be fast. You also got to be furious, and Paul Walker's got to show that meat streak. Bucky Dushine's starting to break away while they're racing 3 wide behind him.
Sure does.
Just like a bunch of Mormon teams. Sometimes you're the jump hump, sometimes you're the soaker.
Yep. I don't understand a word you just said, but fair enough. You know what? I'll take you for that.
I learned some shit in the ER.
I believe you. I 100% believe you. But here we go. We are looking at ourselves. I got them. I was seeing that is Wuba Bale still hanging on to things. He is leading the pack. That's kind of off the pace. It is led by Wuba Bale in 18th place, 16 seconds off the lead. Reverend Pastor Chavez is in 17th right now, driving that app to mouth number 33 car. That is a food delivery service via an app. It brings the food practically right to your mouth. You always want to go app to mouth.
That's right. If you need a big bowl of chili, but you don't want to have to step outside in your britches that got sold in a bunch of your own assorted fluids in them, you always want to go app to mouth. That's what they tell me.
It's like if you want to be like one of them Greek gods where they're just hand feeding you grapes. I mean, you get some random stranger in your neighborhood just come over and just start feeding you grapes.
Yeah, it's great. I recommend it. I absolutely remember it. I absolutely recommend it.
I mean, yeah, this does seem like a place where you can be fed grapes from a servant directly into your mouth, and it's cool.
Yeah. And you know what? Like you said, chili. I think, the chili, it's you go app to mouth, it is like you just get a mouthful of chili after you get app to mouth.
It's a little of the chunky and the beanie side, but it's pretty good.
I think it is totally normal and should be accepted for fellers to feed their best their mates, their best friends chili. They should just spoon feed them like a baby being spoon fed.
Sometimes I get the Frito scoops if I go after mouth.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to get yourself you can go after mouth and get your face right into a nice Frito pie like that, right?
That's right. And then when you want dessert, you just get yourself a bowl, a little helping of chocolate ice cream.
Yep.
And you go out to mouth and you get chocolate ice cream all over the corner of your mouth.
Now all of a
Nothing
sudden,
better.
You know who you get delivered by? Mr. Sanchez.
Yeah.
A little on the unclean side.
Fair enough. Well, look at that. We're seeing that 75
Oh my
car.
God! Oh,
El
that 75
Matador
car
Toro
driving
Rosetta.
like a damn asshole.
These are a couple of cars that have hoods missing and are still out in this goddamn racetrack. El
They
Matador
pulled
Toro
their
Rosetta.
hoods back.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. They sure did. And this is lap traffic already on lap 21 coming around here. El Matador Toto Rosanna and Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear getting passed by our leading pack. Morris Mayfield in that 69 car in 8th place.
Nice.
And we're seeing that is a big pack of cars that is possibly going to cause a little bit of chaos, but that is a tightly packed. Speaking of apt to mouth, we're talking about something being tightly packed in there. Look at Ennio Sparini, a rough season for Sparini in that 28 car, sponsored by Wall to Wall South, of course, South Tucson Youth Motorsports. He's running in 8th place right now. He's going to get past Bucket Duchan and try to take 3rd place, but Duchan's got a teammate right in front of him. It's Smiley Van Buren. But Bobrovsky still holding on to the lead in this race. These 5 points. You know, Bobrovsky, not a playoff car, but trying to look impressive. You know, he's a rookie driver. He did not have that number 1 car in the previous season. We don't exactly know what happened.
For your life, sometimes it's for your legacy.
Yeah, exactly. But Bobrovsky trying to make a case that he should stay in that car, in that Gray Bits car. You know, he's a rookie, and he's having a strong season for a rookie. I'm looking at the rookie standings. I think Hans Vaispulver might have it locked up as a rookie.
Yeah. Hans Vaispulver's just out here throwing this whole equation out of whack.
Yeah,
with his Germanness and his coke habits and his experience at the poop and hosing. He's German, right?
He is. Yeah, he's either German or Austrian or something like that. I don't quite know.
I mean, it makes no difference between Austria and Australia. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
One of them's got Outback Steakhouse.
It's got to end in something that ends in Vakian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I could go for Vakia on the rocks at the moment, but we ain't talking about the Russian drivers right now. We're looking at Ennio Sparini running in 2nd place for Sparini. Outstanding effort here for the seasoned driver. Sparini's only got 5 top 10 finishes this season. He's been around in contention of sorts, but yeah, not so much. I mean, considering he's got 22 career top 10s, so he's got 17 top 10 finishes. Only 1 career, he's got 2 career wins to his name. But this ain't been a great season for the South Tucson Youth. Well, they got Big Daddy Thibodeau in the Big Daddy Thibodeau's in the playoffs, but for South Tucson Youth Motorsports, Ennio Sparini hasn't been his usual successful self. But you know, it's a competitive series.
When he said this year that he's had lots of problems with the car, this wasn't actually just bluffing or strategery or anything like that. He's really had problems with the car.
I mean, he's been saying that back when he would win races. That's what he would say in his interviews. Yeah, he had problems with the car. I mean,
you don't know if there's
that's
a
a
dead
fair
animal
thing.
in there.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's South Tucson Youth Motorsports. They got kids working on those things. I mean, it is part of their. It's kind of like how you have like wood shop and metal shop in schools back in the day. They got it's like intramural auto racing. So they got kids in the pits, you know.
It's like a wood shop or a metal shop or a sweatshop even.
Mm-hmm. They even have a sex ed class called the Love Shop, and it's a little old place where they can get together.
Yeah.
Now, I told you, Beaumont, Chrysler is not going to let us use the Imperial that seats about 20 as a car in the Diddler Cup Racing
We're gonna
Series.
try. We're gonna try.
I'm gonna bring my goddamn jukebox, buddy.
you
ain't
guys
gonna
fight.
stop me.
Hey, tin roof. Okay, now that I just shouted that, we're rusty. We gotta get this all. We gotta caution. Oh God!
Oh my God! Morris Mayfield just walked into another dimension.
Oh, is Morris Mayfield okay? He just blinked out of existence for all of us, but we're under caution. We're under caution. This is we're gonna try to get word on what's going on with that 69 car.
Nice.
And
nice.
Yeah, Morris. Well, that's a 9 to 6. I think that's when you turn around and go to sleep. But actually, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you something I heard for the first time today, and it actually was very funny. I'm gonna say this is a true story. Is that they don't call it a 69 anymore? They call it a 9 to 6 because the price of eating out has gone up. That's a true joke that I heard tonight. I ain't bluffing. I've never told a lie on this stream. Morris Mayfield has had some serious issues.
Tiger, I swear to God, you.
Oh, it's such a good line. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed that. Morris Mayfield, we're gonna find out what's happened. We're gonna see if we can get something in our on our screen. But the pace car is out again. Lee Corso is back out on this track. 27 laps in, 40 laps to go here in this goddamn auto race. This is our second caution. It doesn't seem like there was any sort of contact. I'm getting word. It just looks like, I think, Morris Mayfield blinking out of existence for a split second.
He is
was enough
driving
about
Nihilus Norby's car, so I mean, maybe he just accomplished what he was set out to do.
Yeah, that's kind of like hitting the plane of existence. Like, when you want to hit if you're a Buddhist and you hit enlightenment, if you practice nihilism, maybe you just blink out of existence for a second. It's like hitting a higher level. Well, we are seeing some caution, some pit stops under caution. Looks like the entire pack were basically
train.
Yeah, anybody on the lead lap seems to be going into the pits. Those are cars that are down a lap. And boys, while they are going ahead and they are getting themselves sorted out, we are at we had a caution already today, so this is about the pit window. We said it was about 24, 27, a green flag laps. We had some cautions, so we're at about the right spot right now. But while they are going ahead and dangerously we're going to get to this right in for a second. Let's see what happened. And just to confirm, we're seeing it was just a matter of losing. Something was wrong with the car. There was no contact. Just off the pace.
And he just decided to park it in the middle of the racetrack with a bunch of cars screwing in front. That's awesome. That is an incredible lack of regard for not only his own safety, but for the safety of other people around him.
I have so much respect for that man.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing else matters. Exactly. What an asshole. What a man that I can respect on that. But we do, of course, have cars coming off of pit lane. Looks like Bucket Dushan and Bobrovsky. Blario Blandretti looks like they had a good pit stop there. But as they are pitting, they are getting themselves some fresh tires. They're checking up on the car. If anyone's got any damage, they're fixing that up. But most importantly, as they are lining back up behind Lee Corso, the pace car, they are getting filled up with the official. Just happened. Oh God. Something just happened here. Hang on a second.
What are they all bunching up for?
I know. Hang on a second. Problems here. Problems here for a second. There was a bit of an issue here. We're going to try to figure this out for just a moment. I'm going to drop character for just a second because that was something that completely was not supposed to happen. I hit the sponsor button and the Beepus thing was supposed to go up, and I had it set to the All-Star race thing, which totally didn't work. So that's why it completely started everything up again and it errored out for me. So I'm going to try to figure out where we were in the race, and we're just going to go ahead and go to it.
Stopped at 30 minutes, 39 seconds.
That's perfect. That's what I want to know. So let me go ahead. 30, 39, you said?
Yes, 30 minutes, 39 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and what are we at right now? So I'm going to get up to there and I'm going to tell you when that is. So that's 31,
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And we're back. All right. That was weird.
Hey, man. Hey,
Everybody got a nice little. Everybody got a nice little peek behind the curtain just now.
Damn it,
But-
German! There's a goddamn German Shepherd as our technical director.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and tell everybody
What
that
Silent
if you
Hill did he
want,
die on?
if you want to, you know, I'm gonna cue that up again here and just
And
make
the
that
German
work.
Shepherd is directing your TV show. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Yes, absolutely. Jesus fucking Christ! What the hell just happened? Oh hell!
Beep this into your tank. Start.
No. We're good. No, don't exit. Cancel.
Oh,
You're at 31, 31:30.
31:30. Okay. All right, 31:30. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna stop that. All right. 31:30. Let me find out. Yep, we're right there. So go ahead and start it. Cool. I'm glad my whole stream screwing up is entertaining some people here. So yay for that. Keep all of this. Yeah, I know I'm gonna keep all of this. I'm too fucking lazy to, whatever. Okay. Just give me a moment and I'll go back into this.
31:33.
Oh no, yeah, I've been hitting play. It's been playing.
Yeah.
We're at 32
All right.
right now, exactly. So yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And that's when I woke up naked on top of Long John Silver's with a basketball filled with cocaine.
How do you get the cocaine in the basketball like that? That's what I want to know.
I mean, you gotta use a needle.
A needle?
Yeah.
You? How do you get it? How do you get it in there like that? I've been trying to figure it out. All I've been doing is stabbing myself in the damn nose all the damn time.
Look, it was for a friend of mine. We were just out of high school. And some things happened.
We're just two kids living in the heartland, sucking in our chili dogs and all that, which we didn't have app to mouth.
Like the Lord, oh yeah, you gotta go app to mouth there when you get a chili dog.
Aftermath ain't sponsored this, by the way. I just want to make more analingus jokes.
I bet you do. You tell her. You tell Miss Analingus, and I will call her later.
Analingus?
Her and I will meet each other outside of the Rusted Trombone one of these days.
You know, I've never been a rusted trombone, man.
I mean, what about like a slightly stained kazoo?
A slightly steamed kazoo. I mean, you can have a kazoo. You could steam it, or it cannot be steamed. I don't know about a slightly steamed kazoo, because it feels like there is only two states of steam. There's steam, and that is not steam.
I thought we were having steamed hams, but I guess we're having steamed kazoos instead.
I can imagine that the steamed kazoos taste very good. Elvis, we got ourselves the pace car lights are coming off here.
Still caution. Oh, pace car's coming out there. Restart. Shake yourself. Wipe it up later. It's like a parachute, an inverted parachute hanging out the bottom of your ass.
Well, Chip Chapman has had to step away for just a quick second here, but I just wanted to let you know we got
to put a dog down somewhere.
We're almost halfway through this race. If you're just tuning in, we are under our second cost period of the race, and we have got ourselves them five of our playoff contenders. Just their day is ruined right off the bat.
It was Morris Mayfield. His car broke down in the 69 car.
Nice.
Now all of a sudden we got ourselves a good old-fashioned restart here. 30 laps in. We have 37 more to go, and I just passed math class. Bob Brofsky is in your lead. You got Ennio Sparini going up there too. He's now jumped up to second place.
Smiley Van Buren, another driver with playoff aspirations, and that's the thing with the top seed already out of this playoffs. This has changed damn near everything. You just forget what you know about the Diddler Cup Series, and then remember it again, because this is the best race series on earth, and I defy you to find any other race series like this. You find some fancy nut job jazz Formula One cars off your damn Netflix soap operas or whatever. You just take that and you put it underneath one of those refrigerator magnets, so that way you can just forget about it, because you're watching something better here.
I understand. They call it. I was told there'd be no math, and it's called Formula One. I ain't doing no formulas. Well, pace car is off.
How can you divide by zero?
Exactly.
You can't.
That's how we get into a Soul Gem problem in the first place.
We're back to racing.
We are green flag racing, lap 31. 30 laps are in the books. They are history. It's a 37-lap race right now. And leading the cars to the green flag is Bobrovsky.
He is back on the case.
He is back on the case. Ennio Sparini is in second place, right behind him, having a good race so far. Smiley Van Buren in third in that KFC I8, the Bones car. Blario Blandretti is shot up to fourth place. Bucky Dushine, our pole sitter, in fifth. Jeff Tanaka has led some laps today. He sits in sixth. Jean-Paul Henry, they're looking at him right now. That is that Florida car.
Blario Andretti had a hard time holding on to that Viagra car.
Oh, that Viagra car is still being held together, but you're seeing all sorts of moving back and forth. These cars are just wiggling and shaking them hips all around that track.
When you got Viagra in your system.
Yeah, he's gonna have to consult the doctor if that car continues to go after 4 hours. Ennio Sparini is our new race leader. That's gonna be 5 big points for that 28 team. And he's gonna be happy to lead a lap here, but yeah, go ahead.
Look at Morris Mayfield. This could be another lap car causing problems and shuffling up the front of this running order.
Yeah, Morris Mayfield already in lap traffic. And oh my God, we saw a bunch of, off of that turn, you just saw that those 3 cars, the 1, the 28, and the 15 that went along with them, just rocketed past everybody. Everybody dropped back for just a little bit. I think they're going to try to just kind of suck everybody back in. But there are 3 cars. One of them's a lap down. It's at 15. Oh, sorry, that is lap traffic, actually. There is, somebody is way high up the racetrack. They are 4 wide on that turn. That is not a good place to be on this racetrack. We saw Jeff Gordon, the horse, have issues with that. Might have been Paul Walker in that 00 car.
Yeah, we got a whole stack of cars up in the middle of this lane here.
Wow, well, the Nihilist Arby's car has definitely dropped back a little bit. Sitting in 10th, actually not as bad as I thought. I thought he would drop back in the pack a little bit more, but he's got Jeff Tanaka right on his tail. So maybe that's going to be a thing. But Jeff Tanaka has dropped all the way down to 15th. I don't know if that happened due to a bad pit stop or what even happened. And now we're looking at his Hans Vaspulver.
Yeah, we talked about the rookies that's just breaking the equations that we refuse to do because we refuse to do math on this show here, except for the purposes of determining who's in the playoffs. But I'll tell you what, if Hans Weisspulver starts to punch his way through the front, we could see a first-year champion, well, apart from John Paul Henry, who won the first year. That's kind of about
But Weisspulver, that is one of those things that's one of those things with Hans Vaspulver. Whenever we see Vaspulver get some clean air and he leads a race, it's usually gonna end up in good position for that 99 slap mark car. What a great find for Slapdong Corporate Racing. They got Kevin Boner Pillman in that Pen 15 car. They brought in a rookie in Hans Vaspulver. They lost a great racer in the former Dirk Tanaka, now known as Jeff Tanaka. But they went and filled that 99 car with just as good of a driver in Hans Vosspulver. That is a team to watch in future seasons. And he's going to slide right in behind Smiley Van Buren in that 11 car.
By the way, I should also note there, I know the Church of Self-Massage, the pre-race prayer there, they also have a Catholic school right next to them called the School of Trinity of the Tuck.
Oh, fair enough. Well, that's good. That's good to know. They are definitely tucking into those turns a little bit. They're just sort of reaching in and pulling them back and pulling that throttle back.
Much like we reach down, strap something on, and let's go diddling. It's a goddamn auto race.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Wait, not diddling. Diddling around a rain delay.
Yeah, pretty much. And it is appropriate that it's RuPaul's drag strip because that long straightaway is very much like a runway. Just basically two long runways with a small little tight turn in between. You got to tuck into the turn and then hit that runway like a supermodel you are. Here at the Covergirl 500,
just got to
Diddler
split
Cup.
it right down the middle.
Absolutely, we are seeing. Absolutely, and I was wondering when that would get referenced. I'm very happy to hear that. We are looking at 30 laps to go once they cross this line. The start-finish line coming around the other turn in just a second. Big banks in the turn. A long runway. They are hitting speeds of 168 miles an hour. 19 cars in the lead lap at the moment.
That's right, and this is a high top speed. It's a high average speed that we're going here. Yeah. A bunch of smarter people have programmed something that does all the numbers for us. We can just marvel at the speeds, even after 2 long cautions.
Absolutely, yeah. They've only been getting up to speed for about 7 laps. We went green flag racing at lap 31, I think, again. And Bucket Dushan is shot back into the lead. The pole sitter has held this lead for a good chunk of this race. He's always been in there, and the big competitor right now is Bobrovsky, who's contending with the 69 car, finally making that pass. Just had to give a little nudge and find the inside to pass, and he's still trying to keep that speed up. That's the weird thing. Morris Mayfield's car still looks like it can contend. Just some weird issue with that car that caused him to just sort of. Or he just decided to stop and park the car in the middle of the speedway.
I think it would be better off if that car decided to sashay away.
Yeah, maybe. But he said, Shantae, I stay in this race. But he is not staying on the lead lap. He is 2 laps down right now, getting passed by Bucky Dushan, our leader. Trying to get passed by the rest of the field. Car we haven't talked about at all. Number 10, Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver, running in 3rd place right now. Right behind that number 1 of Bobrovsky. It's been an up and down season for Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver. 3 top 10 finishes. Not the best of seasons, to be honest.
No, it really hasn't. That must explain why he's been looking so different about a couple times I've seen him.
Yeah, it's been Reverend Pastor Chavez, the main the playoff contender of that racing team is Reverend Pastor Chavez in that 33 car. That is the member of Most Glorious Motorsports that is qualified for the playoffs. The other third one, of course, is the 22 of Blario Blandretti. But Blandretti is sitting in 10th place, so they got 2 of their 3 cars. Oddly enough, the one playoff driver, Pastor Chavez, in 15th place, is the one that's not running in the top 10. So this is a good stretch of racing for Most Glorious Motorsports, who I understand, Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga has been talking about all sorts of what sort of movements and what sort of wheeling and dealing is going to be happening in the off season. And look at that. That is Nikolai the Soviet driving bear without a dang hood.
And he's holding up Ennio Sparini, who's going to have
Hold on. Do we not have?
They're all throwing a caution.
No caution.
That sucks for Ennio Sparini, man. Who's going to have plenty of problems with the car.
No caution.
I can't believe he drove away from that.
I think that was, again, expert driving to keep that car in one piece. And it looks like that was Richard Blood. Richard Blood and Ennio Sparini got into each other. It sent Sparini into the grass. No damage to either car. Wow, no caution at this point. I gotta say, that is something that only expert driving can save.
I mean, you could still see the smoke coming off of the incident there, but I mean, I'll tell you, and that was all caused by Nikolai the Soviet driving bear, who was 2 laps down, driving like an asshole. But he's a bear. You're not going to tell him that he needs to get out of the way. He doesn't understand
Who's going to tell an actual driving bear that they can?
I also like to think that even though Steve Thompson was not remotely involved, that Steve Thompson was involved in that wreck.
It's always safe to assume. I mean, you know, when you make assumptions, you make an ass out of me. When you make assumptions, you make an ass out of you and umptions, and that's fine. That's fine by me. We'll have to talk about that during our untucked part of the race. But yeah, we're seeing these. That's our second place driver, Bobrovsky, passing lap down on Matador Toto Rosanna. Rosanna, of course, down a lap. Not cause. There's issues. There's issues now. Caution is out. Just as I was saying, the 75.
The
75 was getting thrown around. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver was involved. Who else did you say was?
Vaspulver's in it too.
Vaspulver's in it. Henri. Leaders involved. Caution is out. Trouble on lap 43. Oh, this is awesome.
Oh man, this is awesome.
I can't wait to see that for good. I can't wait to see that, a better shot of that. That looks like I'm getting all sorts of numbers being shouted at me. I can't yell bingo, y'all. The 10, the 99, the 40, the 75, the 22. A lot of cars involved in that one. We're gonna get replays coming out. I think the next replay we're gonna get coming in is what happened to Ennio Sparini. So our first replay coming in is gonna be that, but we're gonna get the wreck itself in just a moment. But my God, that was, and that's data. And again, that was a nasty one as well. That wasn't as big as our first one, but that's some cars that have been running for more than half of this race. And yeah, that's a good point. We got tops off here for our night racing. Hoods are off, and that's probably I would imagine that not having a hood and getting into a wreck is probably way more dangerous.
That's right. I
mean, the engine's exposed, and you know, you can't just go out there with your engine hanging out there.
Ramming it in there with no protection.
Yeah, well, it looks like we have Vaspulver and Henri's days are done.
Would you believe it? John Paul Henri, look at that. We have nearly half of our playoff field taken out in this first race. This is awesome.
Be huge. And this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a pit under caution. Now, what this means is that this will be even assuming green flag racing from here on out, this is the last pit stop, y'all. This is the time to get it right. They do not need more fuel after they fill up on this pit stop.
Don't fuck this up.
Good luck and don't fuck it up, y'all.
There's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of hot engine parts there. Right now, parts is burning.
Yep, there are hot engine parts in your area. And they are gonna be, oh man, this is gonna be one hell of an after party. Man, I gotta tell you right now, if you don't love the Diddler Cup Racing Series, how in the hell are you gonna love any other racing series? Oh, we got a replay. Well, this is the Ennio Sparini one. You can see he might have gotten, I couldn't quite tell if he got into it with the 2, but something got the 28 really loose. The 51 was right there, and look at that. That is Ennio Sparini, like a professional, just holding that car together and driving it through the grass like an absolute asshole. He's saying, fuck landscaping.
Landscaping is an unprofitable business venture anyway. It's just,
exactly.
It's just.
It's a lot of waxing and waning.
Exactly, especially waxing. Look at all that. Look at all those skid marks. Look at all those skid marks on the track from the wrecks we've been having. Good Lord. This is our third caution of the day, of the evening. I guess unofficially four wrecks, because we had that phantom wreck of Morris Mayfield blinking in and out of existence.
Which then caused what I believe to be a hallucinogenic episode. Next thing I know, I'm coming back and I'm hearing a whole bunch of stories about how to inject cocaine into a basketball. which I'm pretty sure would go on to improve the college game quite a bit.
It better not be that goddamn soul gem. I told you, James Brolin already had that figured out.
Yeah, we better not. Yeah, I swear to God, if they got a soul gem, you know, look, it's you gotta let your soul glow. Do not let your soul gem glow. Okay, that's all I need to say about that. And I swear to God, if I found this. Oh, here we go. This is the wreck. This is the one we saw. Yep, it was the. Oh, it looks like it was Mr. Naga's most glorious driver trying to get a pass in. Trying to pass the 75, shoved him out of the way, and it caused all sorts of issues.
And he's going, I am very attacked.
Yep, he was very attacked. He was. Well, here we go. We are seeing how many cars are on the lead lap. 17, 3 are not on the lead lap, so 20 cars still on this racetrack. I got to imagine the 10 is probably done. That's going to be 19, I think, in a second of that 10. Unless that 10 gets back out on the track, which I'll be impressed to see. That looks pretty bad.
Yeah, that looks bad. I mean, they may send him out. Maybe he'll look just completely different from the last Mr. Naga's most glorious driver we saw.
So
maybe he'll be
that we don't even.
pink.
Yeah, so often that it's almost weird if we see the same guy.
Yeah,
it's almost weirder if he doesn't
you
change.
never see two of his own drivers in the same place.
Exactly. Yeah, it's almost like they're coming through like a factory or something like that. You know, they got that.
Like his Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a Turkish Batman.
And look at who we got in third place right now. We have not talked about Fat Daryl once all race.
We got to talk about the hat meet car.
We got to talk about hat meet. It is a part of the animal, of the beast that is a tasted pit that they have harnessed the true meat of the hat area. You know, it's just hat meat. It's all hat meat, and it's tasty. You just slow cook it. Got kind of a briskety taste to it, I think. It's just all hat meat.
It's medium rare. Cuts through smoothly there.
Yeah. And, sometimes if you're lucky, the president's nether regions get compared to it. And that's always what happens, too. So,
It's like you got a Wagyu the dog.
Pretty much. That's the thing. Whenever I'm eating a steak, I always, take a piece, I cut a piece of it, I throw it up in the air, try to catch it in my mouth. Before I do, I go, Kobe! Because that's the kind of beef I wish it was.
You gotta keep your eye on the ribeye.
Yeah. I'm being told that hat meat is, in fact, from one of our corporate sponsors, the hat meat is kosher, it is halal, and it is delicious.
It's on sale.
It is on sale, yeah. Probably a Slap Mart, I'm guessing. But that car ain't in the race no more, so I don't know. Anyway,
even if the Slap Mart car in the race, you could still take a satisfying dump in the Slap Mart toilets after they've been cleaned.
Always. Cleanest restrooms.
Slap Mart always.
Yeah.
That was their old slogan before they changed.
Yeah, where America shops. Because that was just easier. That's where it was. It was where America shops. Well, the lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to be going around green flag racing with, what's the map?
20
laps to go. 20 laps to go. And I got to tell you, there are 20 cars in this race. 20 stock cars stand before me. The time has come to race for the Diddler Cup Championship. And I guess their lives, I don't know. I mean, we maybe killed someone last season, but I mean, typically they're all right. There are hospitals usually. There are usually hospitals nearby. Just that one place is inconveniently far from one.
I could never figure it out until we were there. And then I was partying afterwards with one of the buffweights. I believe it was one of the dead buffweights. I believe it was Chud or Chug.
I think it was Chud. Chud's the one who's left
player,
us.
I think.
Yeah, Chug is still with us, right?
Chug Buffwaite's still alive. Yeah, that's his brother. It's like Eddie Van Halen, Ricky Van Halen, and Steve Van Halen.
Yeah, and
Fritz Van Halen,
the Texas
Van Halen,
the Texas Tornado, Kerry Van Halen. Exactly. God damn it.
And just like the Texas Tornado Caravan Haven, you only need 1 foot to go fast, and that's your right foot mashed on the accelerator. We got 20 left to go, goddammit.
Excellent save, Lord. That is it. 20 laps to go. 20 cars, 20 laps. Bucket Dushan has got Jeff Tanaka to contend with. Jeff Tanaka is right on that high line, but he did not get a good restart. He's got Fat Dell right behind him to push him along. Morris Mayfield, who is not on the lead lap, but has had a car that is fast enough to contend. Same with Kevin Boner-Pillman. They have been keeping up with the pace of the lead cars.
Four wide in the third turn here.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Well. Oh, my God.
That 8-1 car, yeah, we were focusing on Jim Blossoms, who's sitting in 4th place. Another car we have not talked a lot about today. Jim has had a quiet race. He's in the top 5.
Jam.
But when we saw that, Fat Daryl just shot down the racetrack in that corner, but looks okay. They are moving all over the place. They are driving like complete assholes, and I, for one, am in support of it. I love it. This is the only kind of... You do not see 20 assholes driving like this anywhere else in this world, except maybe on a lot of freeways in America. But hey, that is your own prerogative to knock them out of the way and knock the dang phones at their hands. But this is the Diddler Cup. They ain't going 162 on I-95. I tell you what.
I mean, I've seen some guys. I've driven 162 on the I-95. I believe the statute of limitations run out on that. But I tell you what, if you get the gearing down on your 7.2 Camaro with a 350 small block in it, you get the gearing down. Shooey, that boat can drop.
I tell you what, it's like them Hot Wheels play sets there. When you're drunk on a Saturday night, you get yourselves a good old-fashioned Tipsy Mattel.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good one. Fair enough. We're looking at Jeff Tanaka still racing for 2nd place, but he's got a lap down Morris Mayfield to contend with. He's getting that look. He's getting that little look-see. Jim Blossoms is not going with him, and Tanaka has to slide right back in.
He does have to slide right back in, but they got to be careful about it for once in their lives. They got to calculate their moves.
That they do. They absolutely do have to do that. And we are looking right now. That is Jeff Tanaka. He's only 0.4 of a second, about a half second off of the lead. And again, Morris Mayfield is going to be a tricky one to contend with. Look at that, Reverend Pastor Chavez. Just somebody we have been talking about.
We've been talking about his car.
Where are these people coming back from previous seasons? Getting all all-star on me.
Reverend Pastor Chavez is back into 4th place. And Mario Blandretti, his teammates. So the two Mr. Nagamo's Glorious Motorsports cars are in the top 5 right now, even though Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver back on the racetrack. Last car on the lead lap in 17th.
Here we go. This is something, I tell you. This is something, but I tell you what Bucket Dushan has got to the front, with, save for a few notable occasions, he's been driving a competent race for such a young, impressionable driver.
Who is also an asshole, just like everybody else.
That's right.
He's already got 2 wins.
A lot of people who win the Pole Sitter Award, the John Ricks Pole Sitter Award, actually end up winning the race there, but he's
trying to go Enos to penis here. And
I see what you did there is trying to buck the trend because his name's Bucky. I get it.
You see what I did there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Bucket Dushan has got 2 wins under his name right now. He's contending with Jeff Tanaka, who's got 1 win this season to his name. Coming in today, Dushan was 3rd in the playoffs. Tanaka was 7th. Jim Blossoms currently sitting in 3rd place today. Reverend Pastor Chavez, 9th in the playoffs. He's sitting in 4th. Mario Blandretti. Richard Blood is in 6th. Richard Blood, again, has been just kind of there in contention. He's got a win to his name. He's in 10th in the playoffs. That's going to be good for all of them. Big Daddy Thibodeau is going to move a little bit further up. So as we're looking at our playoffs, coming into today's race, Joe John Winchester, Hans Vaspulver, that was 1 and 2. Their races are over. Bucket Dushan, still in the race. He was in 3rd. Van Buren, he is down in 12th, but he's still good. Thibodeau is in 5th. Alcohol in 6th. His race is over. Tanaka in 7th. Top off in 8th. His race is over. Pastor Chavez in 9th. Richard Blood in 10th. That is our playoff standings at the moment.
I got the envelope, Chip. It's lap 54, and they're telling me it's Parts Unknown Auto Parts lap of the race brought to you by Parts Unknown Auto Parts.
It sure is.
Whatever your parts may be, they may be unknown until you figure it out and see for yourself.
Absolutely.
Whatever parts you have is nobody else's damn business.
Absolutely. But you can find those parts at Parts Unknown Auto Parts. I understand they got a they sell grab and go bags these days at Parts Unknown Auto Parts. You show up, you throw a $5 or a $10 bill in their direction, or just a hunk full of quarters. You grab a bag and you see what's in it. Mostly it's like bolts and screws, but
right.
Sometimes they throw some other sharp pieces of metal in there for you. I got a door handle in mine.
You can pick yourself up a different kind of drive shaft at Parts Unknown Auto Parts for just $5.
It sure is a different kind of drive shaft. Lap 55, Reverend Pastor Chavez having a good race right now. Whatever they did in those pits for the 33 team is working for them. Well, the Most Glorious Motorsports, both of them, they're sitting 2 cars in the top 5. And he's about to let his teammate, Blario Blandretti, perhaps make a pass and take 4th place of him. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and give his teammate 4th place. That's the faster car right now, and he's going to slide right back behind him. These Most Glorious Motorsports cars, when things are working their way, they got some good cars. It's going to be interesting to see what these drivers do in future seasons. Will we see a similar Most Glorious driver behind the 10?
We're going to see Fireball whiskey mixed in with Jello shots. I call that a jiggly caliente.
That's fair. Well, I mean, that Fireball whiskey, it whispers sweet temptation in your ear.
Folks, I do think whatever direction they should go. I mean, you have a driver like Mario Andretti with all his experience of winning experience. You should keep him on board. That's what I think.
That's Blario Blandretti, by the way, driving the Bliagra car, the number 22, sponsored by Bliagra. It's Blario Blandretti. He's running in 4th place, so he is running really strong today. But look at this, we're seeing a battle for first. We're seeing Nikolai the Soviet driving bear falling way off the pace, getting passed by a lot of cars right now. Going to see if this might cause a little bit of intrigue and issue at the moment, as that's Richard Blood getting right past him. Nikolai the Soviet driving bear is 2 laps down, going to be even more. But we were seeing a battle for the lead, and Jeff Tanaka is now your race leader, has just passed Bucky Duchan. Jim Blossoms has shot into 2nd place. We got 10 laps to go. And we had a little bit of an issue before that we couldn't acknowledge our sponsor, but they had been running off of our last caution. We've had 20 laps of green flag racing coming out of our last caution. 10 of those are in the books. We got 10 more to go. We hope we have a green flag finish here. We don't want to see any sort of issues cause a yellow flag finish here. But our last caution was 10 laps ago. And so they do not need to pit anymore. They are on a full tank of fuel, fresh tires. It is a straight-up 20-lap race from that. We're at 9 laps to go. Jeff Tanaka is in the lead, and this is a battle for 2nd between both Jim Blossoms and Bucky Duchan. And
Bucky Duchan just bowled that patch together man out to the high groove.
Yeah, that is strong driving. But Blandretti has taken 2nd place. Blario Blandretti is in front of the 69 car.
Nice.
But again, they are all running on a full tank of all-purpose, high-octane, Beepus Fuel, the official fuel sponsor of the Diddler Cup Racing Series. You want to go fast, you put a little Beepus in your tank. Beepus.
Beepus.
Blandretti sitting in 2nd place, but pulling away, as we've seen him do before, is Jeff Tanaka in that Jeff YE 88 car. 1 win so far this season. Bucky Duchan is not far behind. He's trying to make the pass on Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Yes.
And again, that 69 team is an independent racing team. They ain't part of any team right now. So they are all kind of, looks like the 69. No, I don't know who that was that just shut up the racetrack up on the far end. We'll see it come around. That looks like that might have been Blandretti.
Oh, man.
But
That's a
he's
shame.
still in contention. He's probably going to drop down to 4th place, it looks like. Dushan is making the pass with 7 to go. We could
He's
have
got to make
ourselves.
that move because Reverend Pastor Chavez might even get him for 2nd place, and then he might make the move himself.
Yep, these are 3. The top 3 right now are all in the playoffs. They are looking to make moves.
Gotta make your choice, kid.
Absolutely. You got to find a time. He's got 7 laps on this 3-mile track, so he's got time, but you don't want to keep thinking, do I have that chance, and regret it when you don't actually have it.
Just like me, when I was in the 10th grade, before I decided I wanted to do something better with my time, I had a chance to go ask the cheerleader out on a date.
Yep.
I missed out on that chance. I mean, it was fine. I mean, because I won the junior, senior, late model championships that year.
Yep.
I think I'll take that anyway.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. That gets you far more laid than a cheerleader can give you.
That's right.
You can pick any set of bleachers. In fact, you probably can go back to your high school now and go bring some lady under the bleachers and be like, yeah, I can do this now. Look at Jim Blossom's in 5th place.
You can just buy a pair of bleachers and
you can
sleep
buy your
under
own
it.
bleachers, exactly.
I know. I did it before.
Jeff Tanaka still leading this race. He's got a 0.3 of a second lead, but right behind him.
3 was tough.
Yep. And Jeff Tanaka has had a great season so far. 7 top 10 finishes, 1 win so far this season. Has been a strong contender. He entered the playoffs in 7th place, and he is going to definitely improve his standings with all the cars that have dropped out due to the wrecks in this one. We are about to see ourselves a great finish here with 5 to go. Bucket Dushan keeps trying to find that. Oh, he just keeps looking to get that pass in on Morris Mayfield. Bucky, you gotta find a chance to do it.
You can't let the win slip away like this, because you may not have another chance to clinch your way into the round of 12.
Yeah,
that's why
clinching is all it's about.
He's in a tough spot there because he's got Reverend Pastor Chavez behind him. He makes a false move here where he gets behind a car that's not going to help him draft there. Pastor Chavez is going to swing up there to second.
And you know what? I don't want to. Bucket Dushan, great driver, but that is something you learn with experience, and he is only in his 2nd season here in the Diddler Cup Racing Series. He's a young driver. He doesn't have the experience that someone like a Reverend Pastor Chavez who just knows when to make that pass would be. But this is fantastic. 3 laps to go. Jeff Tanaka is just pulling away with every lap that Bucket Dushan is not making that move. Jeff Tanaka is pulling away even further.
If Jeff Tanaka is not contractually beholden to his first name upon joining IRMstream Motorsports, he would be changing his name to Just Punched His Ticket to the Round of 12 Jeff Tanaka, because unless Bucky Dushan makes a move, that's what he's going to be doing, is punching his way to the round of 12.
That basically does it.
Stay in course there and just hope for the next race.
Maybe he can change his middle name to Just Punched His Ticket to the Round of 12.
Well, that's what he's going to do,
Jeff could still be his first name, thus upholding his agreement with IRMstream Motorsports. We got 2 to go.
Yep. Not going to be what the J in Jeff stands for. I don't know if it's like an initial thing. It's not. It's just all capitalizations. But Jeff Tanaka has had himself a fantastic race today. He led for a little bit.
There's a bear in the middle of the track. Oh, they cleared.
Oh, okay. Whew, that's Nikolai, and they're actually getting around him just fine. Look at that. That's fantastic to see. The top 5 are just. Oh, Jim Blossoms had to go really low.
Jim, don't pet the bear. Don't
good
thing.
And it is good thing that. And Jim Blossoms would have lost the position if there wasn't a good second to a second and a half between him and Richard Blood in 6th, but great finishes for so many drivers in the playoffs. It has been a race of haves and have-nots here. But we're seeing, yep, that is the 69 car out of the way. Everybody finally got past him. And we're seeing a final stretch here. Can Bucky Dushan get it? He's got one opportunity. He goes high, and
he
Tanaka goes low.
To drive him down to the turn 4.
Oh, it's gonna be, with lap traffic in the way, it is gonna be a win and a ticket punch to the next round for Jeff Tanaka. The Iron Jeff has done it.
He's gonna get that prize money and drop it off at the Monet Exchange.
He sure is. It is Electra in here. But my goodness, Jeff Tanaka, the first driver to qualify for the next round. It is the easiest way to do it. You win a race, you're in. But what a great performance by some of these other drivers. Bucky Dushan, second place. Reverend Pastor Chavez, third place.
It's great for their playoff aspirations.
Yep. Richard Blood, a sixth place finish. Smiley Van Buren in ninth. Those are the playoff drivers who made a top 10 finish.
And for all these other drivers in the playoffs that wrecked out, well,
yeah, looking bad. We're going to see how that does. We're going to see where that puts everybody in just a few moments. It's going to be really interesting, I think. But we're going to see what this does as we are seeing these cars sort of just make their way back around. Look at that. We're seeing these are cars that stayed on the lead lap. Jeff Shanice, Wuba Bala, and Thicker Richard Ketchup finishing 14th, 15th, and 16th, respectively. That is Paul Walker, who was just coming around in that Nihilist Arby's car. 13th place. He's another playoff contender. A 13th place finish. Actually looking pretty dang good considering how many cars wrecked out of this race. Wubabala, that's a good point. Wubabala was involved in one of those crashes earlier today.
Hugger melons.
Yep, hugger melons
when you're about to collide.
Absolutely. Well, you know, they decided they had hugger oranges. They decided to just expand into other fruit-based huggerness.
That's right.
So they got hugger melons, they had hugger grapefruits, they had hugger oranges, of course. But, well, it has been a goddamn auto race, has it not, boys? We had a late night auto race going here. We thank y'all for sticking with us. But our winner is none other than Jeff Tanaka. And he is our race winner. Looking at the standings, that is our top 10 is Jeff Tanaka, Bucky Dushan, Reverend Pastor Chavez, top 3. All of them are basically, all 3 of them making big moves in the playoffs. Blario Blandretti, Jim Blossoms round out the top 5. Neither of them are in the playoffs, but that's great finishes for both of them. Richard Blood in 6th place. Fat Daryl with a great top 10 finish for that hat meat car. Good finish for the Adjective Foods boys. They had a rough season all season. Any sort of successful top 10 finish like that is going to be a great one to see. But Borowski led a couple of laps for a while, finished in 8th place, top 10 finish for him. Smiley Van Buren, another playoff contender, in 9th place. And Steve Thompson slides right in at 10th place. I'm sure nobody's happy about that.
Sachet, you all stay for now, because we're not having an elimination round this race.
Exactly. Yeah, we got 2 more races. No one's eliminated from the playoffs just yet. That being said, we are going to go ahead and just make it official and see how the standings look going forward from here. This has been the Covergirl 500. Our official race winner, as you know, it is Jeff Tanaka in that 88 Jeff YE Toyota Yaris for Iron Jeff Racing. And we've got our playoff standings. And look at that. Bucky Dushan, Jeff Tanaka, Reverend Pastor Chavez, Smiley Van Buren. That is how things look. Of course, Jeff Tanaka already through with a win. We're seeing guys on the outside. Petrol Topoff, Jeff Gordon, the horse, Paul Alcohol, and Giacomo are currently sitting in the elimination spots. They are in danger. They are in the danger zone indeed, as we see everything else just sort of going. We're going to be back again very soon with our next goddamn auto race, and it is going to be a great one. It is going to be we're heading back to the actual roads of South Tucson for Guys American Bar and Grand Prix. The actual roads of South Tucson, Arizona. That is our next race. That is coming up in just a little bit of time. We will announce an updated schedule for y'all coming up soon with that. But that is our next race. We are going back to the actual roads of South Tucson. Some road course racing. Some long ass. We're going to be scaling Fuck Mountain, I think it's called. Is it Mount Tisdale or whatever they call it? I don't know. But yeah, there's of course the famous South Tucson Abyss. All the things you know from the actual roads of South Tucson. We're going racing there at our next race. Of course, gotta watch out for the train as always. We got one more thing, boys. We got some replays to cover. Shall we go ahead and check out some of our replays?
Let's go check out some damn replays.
Do it.
These are the highlights of the Covergirl 500. We had a lot to talk about. Our start was a good one. Bucket Dushine, the pole sitter, and you can just see that Bobrovsky got a great run and ended up leading laps from the very start. Led a lot of laps. Let me get my stats up here to see what Bobrovsky actually did in this goddamn auto race. Bobrovsky ended up leading 16 out of the 67 laps. This was the first issue, not that long into it. We're going to get some better looks at it. It was Jeff Gordon, the horse, and Joe John Winchester. Bowie Jessup got into it. So did Paul Alcohol. See if we can get a better look at it from here. Yeah, just high line for Gordon, the horse. Winchester made contact, and then we just saw a spinning horse. I will say, look down if you don't want to see the next thing that's happening. We're going to go on board with Jeff Gordon, the horse, in just a second.
Folks, you may want to get yourself some of that pace they about on the news lately if you're squeamish.
Yeah, you might.
Get yourself some Pepto-Bismol.
Or else your face mask might work as a feed bag. You see, he tries to take that high line, gets into it, and then boom, just into it with Winchester, and just spinning like a dang top. Only a top that's
Feeling
a horse.
like a bottom.
Yeah, and all those cars just sliding all by him right there too. Good Lord.
And
That
in
is
the
a
end, that
nasty
just
one.
goes to show the versatility of these Diddler Cup racing cars.
Yep.
Because they're good crash structures. They're not really good crash structures, let's be honest.
No,
but man,
not at all.
Orso got the hell out of there.
Yeah. This is, I believe, from Giacomo, who just could not see a dang thing and suddenly just sees a spinning horse. Apologies for that, Levels. The volume on that one should have been cut, but, you know, it happens sometimes. Apologies for that. We go to lap 9. And we saw, this is our restart, our first restart. Bucket Dushine brought the cars back to the green flag. Big Daddy Thibodeau ended up finishing in 11th place. So not a bad race for Thibodeau. He was quiet. Seeing this was lap 14, I believe. And Jeff Tanaka took the lead for just a little bit of time. But yeah, what a yeah. We don't want to say anything bad about our manufacturers, but yeah, some of those cars were not exactly the best of. We just kind of go with it, whatever.
it's fine.
Mayfield just breaking down right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, breaking down whether it was mental or car, maybe both. But we did have a restart after that caution. It did not last. This is lap 41. This is our no caution. We thought the caution flag was going to come out here, but look at this. So Ennio Sparini gets sent onto the grass.
I mean, he's trying to do some of them shortcuts like on them YouTube videos about Mayro crats I saw late one.
Yep.
High as fuck.
I don't know if he actually got into contact with the horse. Oh, sorry, with the bear. With Nikolai the Soviet driving bear. I think he just got a little loose trying to get up on him. And Richard Blood just made contact. And this is what brought out the caution. We didn't get a good look at this. We're going to see it better now. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver just dumping El Matador Toto Rosanna out of the way like an absolute asshole and taking a bunch of cars with him. Hans Vasspulver was in it. That ended his race. This is on board with the 10 car. Oh, man.
Oh, little lick on.
That is really nasty crash. Someone's just got to go with it. And Hans Vasspulver, he had a busted up hood. Ended up ending his race as well. And then we're seeing this is from the perspective of Kevin Boner Pillman, because there was a little bit of an issue right up the track while that was happening. He got into it with Blandretti. So credit to Blandretti for riding this one out. Not a lot of contact, but all the smoke, and Kevin Boner Pillman just could not see through it and made contact. Didn't see him all brake checking on that caution, or was just driving like an asshole, which both could have been possible. This was the pass that gave Jeff Tanaka the lead, and he would hold onto it until the final lap. With Morris Mayfield out of the way, Bucket Duchesne did not have enough time to chase down the leader. Reverend Pastor Chavez getting third place, but Jeff Tanaka punches his ticket to the second round, and that is how that is going to go. Whoa, we had a goddamn auto race. We thank y'all for joining us this late in the evening. Thanks for bearing with all of our delays. We'll see you next time with more Diddler Cup racing. The second race of the first round of the playoffs at the actual Roads of South Tucson are coming up. For Lightning Lord Shivers, for Beaumont Jenkins, I'm Chip Chapman. We'll see you next time. It has been a goddamn auto race.
That goddamn auto race.